Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on the panel this evening. It's Bridgeman and Stephen from Drumchapel. Evening, chaps.
Good evening. How are you, Fox? How are you, Bridgeman?
Excellent, pal. Can I just say a massive good evening to you two guys? Huge good evening to the guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans that are listening in all over the world. Fabulous night last night. Best game ever, let me tell you. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
Yeah. What a man. How about you, Stephen? All right?
Everything's stinky do. I'm like Tigger. I'm bouncing about here. The teddy bears is making life so easier these days. Absolutely brilliant.
Just a wee couple of social things for me. But obviously that Hummer's getting fuller and fuller as we speak, mate. Also, Fox will take the last ticket for that hen do away in Magaluf if he fancies it, mate.
No problem. I was thinking, we've got 6 spaces, 3 each, and it's up to you who you'd like to invite. Now, I've got 3 spaces, so I'm going to think over the next couple of days who I would like to bring in ways, because what a party it's going to be, by the way. What a party.
Well, I'll just wait and see if Mariah Carey's available, mate. Just let me know.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? She'd fit in with us. Apparently she's a head case, but she'd fit in lovely with us.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, but just put Fox down for that last ticket. He quite fancies that company.
No problem at all. It's down. It's noted.
All right, how are you, Bridge?
I'm really, really happy. I don't know how happy I could be, but seriously, it's just amazing. Just amazing.
HPPY.
Very, 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 very. I was saying that the other night. I was saying it's the biggest game in Rangers history, and you look at us now, broken so many records on the way up here. My God Almighty, we're seeded in Europe. Unbelievable, unbelievable, fabulous. Well done, Mr. Gerrard and the team.
We're smashing records all over the place. Number ones in the charts and all sorts.
Is that one that song from about 35 years ago?
Live it up.
Live it up, yeah. Hey there, you with your sad face, come over to my place and live it up. Yeah.
So bloody boy.
Right, I'll tell you what we're going to do, Stephen. We'll have a view for the bridge. If we and you get myself in mute, it's only right we hear a view from the bridge. You're on mute.
Talking away to you as well. I'm talking away to you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to A View from the Bridge. Can I just start off with saying that it was a great 2-0 result for the famous last night, and I'd say it was possibly the best result in our history. That's how huge this season has been for us, particularly in Europe. We've definitely come a long way since 2012. I think, well, the Bridgeman says we definitely deserved to win last night. That's for sure, and I'm very happy. The game started sort of end to end over the first minute or two, probing here and there. And on 3 minutes, a left Poznan corner in from the left found its way through to the edge of the box on the right side of our box, where a left player managed to kick the ball up, run a couple of yards, and it was a superb shot. It went right through, and McLaughlin made a really good save. So Lech actually could have been one up there. And again, on 15 minutes, Lech had a great chance. A cross in from the left cleared all the Rangers players. And the Lech centre forward had a great header just over the bar. Again, Lech could have been 1-0 up. But in 29 minutes, Arfield picked the ball up and passed it on to Itten, who in turn passed it out to Patterson, who pushed it with a lovely square pass into the box, which was only partially cleared by the left defender, and the ball broke to Itten again, who lined up for a crack at the goal, but the defender managed to block it. Well done, defender. Nice move for the Gers, that was. On 31, Lech were breaking down the left, and a pass inside was bungled by the Lech midfielder, who only managed to pass the ball to Itten, who ran in goals into the box, cut outside the defender, and slashed a ferocious shot into the roof of the net. Wow, what a great goal that was. 15 yards out, marvellous stuff. Great goal, 1-0 for the famous. On 41 minutes, a great pass from Golson found Itten, who gave a first-time pass out to Hadji, who ran on into the box and had a good shot at the goal, but the ball was deflected off the defender and out for a corner. Good chance for the Gers. Half-time, 1-0. 1-0 to the famous. On 50 minutes, a great pass sequence from the Gers ended up with Hadji, who had a good shot at a goal from about 18 yards out, which brought a good save from the Lech goalkeeper. Good chance for the Gers there. On 55, a free kick for Lech from about 22 yards, breached the Rangers wall and brought out a fine save from McLaughlin. He was doing very well. On 70 minutes, Goldson won a free kick about 40 yards out from the Lech goal. This was then taken by Tav, who found Goldson, who was about 12 yards out at the time, and had a really high looping header, which hit the bottom face of the bar, and it appeared to be bounced over the line. However, it hadn't crossed the line, and fortunately, Hadji was following up and easily headed the ball into the net. 2-0 for the famous. On 75, Kamara won the ball well outside the Lech half, inside the Lech half, and passed on to Hadji, who ran in, cut inside, and had a really good shot at goal, which brought a really good save from the goalkeeper. Good chance again for the Gers. Final score, 2-0. This result takes Rangers to be champions, group leaders and group winners. So win the through and our way in through as a what do you call them? A seeded team to the last 32. Player by player, McLaughlin. This is what I feel about the team. McLaughlin 8, Patterson 8, Goldson 8, Balogun 8, Barisic 8, Arfield 8, Zungu 8, Kamara 9, Aribo 8, Itten 9, and Hadji 8. Man of the match, Cedric Itten and Glenn Kamara. Wonderful night they had, both of them. Fantastic. Stats, so forgive me, Stato. Possession 49 Lech and 51 for Rangers. Shots on target 2 for Lech, 4 for the Rangers. Shots off target 7 for Rangers. 7 for Lech, 10 for Rangers. Corners 3 for Lech, 5 for Rangers. Fouls 5 for Lech and 12 for Rangers. Another fabulous performance for the result for our fans. And players and management and team and the club. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Once again, hats off to Stephen Gerrard, the MBE. And that's an end of A View from a Bridge.
View from the bridge. Can't take it anymore. View from the bridge. Can't take it anymore.
A happy view from the bridge. Once a surprising start in there. I can't believe they had nearly 50% of possession, because I thought they were chasing shadows the whole of the second half.
Yeah, when they did get possession, they never done a great deal with it. They had maybe 4 or 5 no breakaways, but they broke us down 4 or 5 times, and they were everything seemed to be pretty good, apart from the one they could put out of the bar. Other than that, they were well handled by the defence and the goalkeeper between them. But no, the possession was probably about right. I'm
surprised, honestly. It just shows you my memory must be playing tricks with me. Thoughts, Stephen?
What can I say? Total professional. When I seen the lineup, I mean, I can't get a lineup at all these days. I sit and study the team, and I just don't know what the team's going to be now. I've given up. I've came to the conclusion we've no got 11 first players. We've got a total squad now where people fall in and you don't even know they're missing. which is good. But last night I thought absolutely brilliant to see Itten. Big Itten was absolutely immense. And as far as the possession goes, I think the first 15 minutes of the game they had a bit of the ball, and that's when they were kind of worrying at the start how they came out the traps a wee bit. But once the Bears got a hold of the game, they were never in it. Again, I felt as if we could have stepped up a gear. I thought Big Hitton took his goal. Bang, man, that was the net before God getting in his winner. The keeper had the cheek to dive, absolutely brilliant. And we had to get his goal. Let's be honest, guys, if Abner Lang hit the post and came out, he was there to feed it in. That's what they should be doing, following it up. So 10 out of 10 to the wee man for that. But we all know the script of Hadji. You all know how I feel about Hadji and how Ox feels, but there's no negatives in the team. It's absolutely brilliant. And what a record we have got in Europe under Stevie G. I read somewhere it's 41 games or something. I can't even remember the stats. But absolutely amazing. It's just a shame. The only downside is, can you imagine the Bears would have been in Poland last night, were allowed in? What a party they'd have had up the back of that end of theirs, no? That's the only downside. The Rangers fans only get to see the team actually destroy people the way we are. And it's absolutely brilliant, man. But over and over, I think we well deserved the top of the group. Let's be honest.
There for you, mate. It's 41 games,
41 games, aye. And man, what is the stat? 41 games, what is it?
122, lost 5, mate.
Lost 5 games? 42? No, come on, man. But we're in dream world here. There's progress every year, isn't there? So let's see who we get. I'm rubbing my hands for the draw on Monday, and I'm gonna see this. I've looked at it and I thought maybe they dare fancy anybody. Just bring them on. We've got good enough team. If we play, we can give anybody a game. Let's be honest. There's a lot of big hitters dropping out the Champions League, but if we can avoid some of them, you never know what it takes us, guys. But it's choked on again. It's all about finances, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's all about the financial situation with it, and by God, Gerard's given us the turn again.
Can I also say on that the stats you were talking about, there's also that other stat, and Gavin Brown just reminded me about boy in the lobby. Stevie G's is only one game away from equaling Walter's record.
Correct. I heard that.
Record wins in Europe. Amazing. That's
the consistency, mate. That's what he's done in 3 years. Don't get me wrong, but there is maybe some cannon fodder in there if we've been at the start, but the cannon fodder put us out 3 years ago, so we'll get through that. We're in with the decent teams, we've put them out, we've played some of the big hitters. We've lost 5 games. We lost away in Russia where we were actually robbed. We got a good goal chopped off to go 4-2 up, just before half time. We lost in Vienna. Didn't play brilliant. We then lost to Young Boys, and then we had the double header against the Germans. So we've lost 1 game at Ibrox and 4 away against reasonable sides. So what a record, Stevie!
Unbelievable. See that Young Boys game you're talking about? How the hell we lost that night?
I know.
That's another game that really haunts me when I think about. By the way, I nearly put the coffee table out on our side of the living room that night. I was that angry, man, honestly. But again, when you look at the games that we've lost, we should never have lost. Out the 4 games or 5 games that we've lost, we probably shouldn't have lost 3 of them. It's just the same as the goals we've conceded. Own goal at Motherwell, and a last goal with Galatasaray, and some of the goals, you're like that. Unbelievable. I'm actually gone. Is it just me, or you're saying, when is this going to stop? Is somebody going to bring us back down to earth here? Because it's absolutely brilliant, man. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And obviously, the boy Itten comes in and he's had the plaudits today. I thought he had a good game. I thought that Kamara might have shaded him because of the second half, but the first half, Itten showed us what he's all about for me, and he got his goal, and I don't think I was alone. I thought he maybe just took it a bit too far wide, but bang, he battered it in that net.
Some finish. Absolutely some finish. And if you can remember his goal at Motherwell too, what the finish that was as well. Listen, it's everything. The big boy needs a bit of time. He's not getting a lot of time Just know to come on and a bit of confidence bred there last night and on. Just let's see where it takes us. Well, hang in there with the big man. I just think the big man will come good. I really do. Know that he's done it right to come good. He's just not had a chance to get in there. Watching that last night, see the boys he was winning in there to knock on and bring down. He's looking the part all right, so he is.
I think that, shall we say, as Oxy said a second ago, as somebody we should be heralding today, because I thought it's a long time since we saw a centre forward being so shall we say up there and in and hard as well, going hard. So you're talking looking, and from that perspective, like Morelos of 18 months ago. That's what I don't mean in a nasty way, but he was winning the ball. He was using his physique, and he took that goal absolutely wonderfully well. And he got involved in a lot of things, and it's been building and building for him. So long may his lumbrick, as far as I'm concerned, get tore in there, son.
Funny thing is, I don't think he'll start on Sunday. There you go.
And what would the reason be? You want a full team?
I think
strongest team?
I think my team will be, and I'll give you now, put it out there. I think my team will be McGregor, Tavernier, Barisic, Goldson. Ooh, they're talking about Hollander might be back. I don't think he'll play him right away, so we'll stick with Balogun. Davis, Arfield, and Aribo, and Kent, Morelos, and Roof up front. So you potentially could take the two best players who were unbelievable Kamara last night out of our team. There you go. But that's me just putting it out there. So if people want to join us, give their thoughts. What's your number, Bridge?
Number is 0141 356 1972.
Or join us at Skype at RangersRadio.online, where you brought in a call with Fox and Old School Blue. If you phone in, hang up and we will contact you back. When you come in, just hang on, we'll bring you into the conversation. A great night for the club. The coefficients, the prize money, the seeding in the next round, everything's positive, Steve, here.
Unbelievable. What was the money, Ox? Do we know what kind of money we got for top the group?
Well, you get an extra $500,000 just for topping the group. You get $1 million for topping it, but you'd have got 500,000 for going through, approximately, Steve.
So it's about 1,500 quid.
1,500.
1.5 million. Apologies.
For last night's game. No, you'd have got $500,000 anyway for going through, yeah?
Yeah, I'm saying that we got about 1.5 million in total. Is that right? For last night?
Aye, potentially, if you want to take it on that, aye. But we'd have got half of that, didn't matter what happened. With $500,000, didn't matter what happened, yeah?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Right, okay. Really pleasing, really great night for the club. Great night for the directors as well. Bridgeman.
Oh yes, I think the club in totality should be very proud, because it's them that's done all the work as well, leading up to the manager and keeping the manager going and just giving him whatever money he wanted. And that's the honest God's honest truth about it. We've still got things to see. Gets to the end of the season. I said last night, and I'll say it again, they need to have a plan, because there's quite a lot of these players are really playing very well for us, and there would be great expectations. And if we don't get them signed up, other people might come in sniffing around, and so on and so forth. And I would include the manager and his management squad. I'm not saying it's going to happen or anything like that, but I think our board need to start whatever planning they need to do regarding all of that. Just go ahead and do it. Don't say it, just go and do it. And when it's all done, announce it. And you can announce it any way you want, just announce it. And then the fans will be very happy. Very happy. But the board are brilliant. Sorry.
There's some good news coming. I'll tell you what we'll do. Obviously, we're just waiting for callers to start coming in. You think it would make sense if we had the manager's press conference, big man?
Yep. That would be good.
What about you,
See
Bridge?
Yes, go for it, pal. I'm very happy to hear that.
Myself and Newton. Let's hear for our manager, Stephen Gerrard, MBE.
Hi, Stephen. First of all, can I just get the team news, and then can I just ask, you obviously mentioned Glenn Kamara's situation, contract situation last night. You also spoke about that back after the Old Firm game back in October. I'm just wondering if you can tell us exactly where that situation is and if there's any sign of any progress.
In terms of the team, the update injury-wise, we've come through last night with no issues. There's a little bit of obviously fatigue and little bumps and that you normally get, but no one's a concern for the weekend, so that's a real big positive for us. In terms of Glenn, look, it is where it is. It's pretty simple. It's my job to advise when I think people deserve to be rewarded. It's my job to advise when I predict there's a lot of noise around a certain individual, and obviously trying to protect the club, the board, the team, and everyone from a situation where we could lose one of our best players. So that's the reason why I said last night that we need to try and move his personal situation forward. The board are aware of it, they're on the same page, and I think it'll only be a matter of time, but basically that is my job and that's what I did.
Andrew McLean, please. He's still got 2.5 years left in his deal. Is it just a concern of rewarding for performances but also sort of staving off the interest from outside?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's also to send a message that we're trying to build a team here. Everyone's working ever so hard to move the team forward. I think the last thing we need now is to lose a big piece of that jigsaw. Glenn has been absolutely sensational since he's come in. And it's not just about what you've got left on your contract, it's about what you deserve. It's about protecting yourself from the future, what could possibly happen. Glenn's happy, he's enjoying his football, he loves it here, and he's worked ever so hard. So for me, it's the right thing to do.
Andrew McLean, please.
Hi, Stephen. Does the fact that he could potentially be going to the Euros next summer as well heighten that? Because we've seen, player values soar with good performances at major tournaments.
Well, look, I think obviously the tournament getting delayed, we couldn't control anything about that. But one thing's for sure, we had every confidence Glenn was going to go there and perform ever so well, and we think he'll go and do that in the future. We're really looking forward to him going to represent Rangers in a good way. He's a magnificent player. We appreciate what he does. He's progressed. He's moved on ever so well. He's just a fantastic kid to work with. He does everything right, and I'd like to see him rewarded for that work that he's put in.
Rowan, go ahead.
You mentioned there, Stephen, a noise surrounding Glenn. You must be then aware that there's genuine interest in him, and can also extend that to a couple other lads, James Tavernier and Connor Golson. They've got less time left on their deal, I think 18 months. Any movement there with regards to discussions, and are you equally keen to get them on new deals?
Well, look, the club are aware where everyone's contract situation is. We're aware of who is performing ever so well, who's going above and beyond, and who's performing very consistent at the moment. All the players are aware that we want to speak moving forward. It's about timing, but at the right time, if things keep going as they are, I'm sure the right people will be rewarded at the right time.
And you're talking about the noise there around Glenn, Stephen.
Yeah, well, look, it's only natural. It's only natural when you're performing well domestically. When you're putting in performance like last night consistently, it's only normal that there's a lot of people looking in, and there is a lot of noise around Glenn. He's not the only one. The European level, if you're performing well at that level, from my experience, is people are watching and looking in, and we need to protect ourselves from that.
Gabriel, go ahead, please.
Hi, Stephen. Just looking ahead to the weekend game, what do you expect from Dundee United? And you talked a little bit about the team there. There's no fresh injury news. Are you expected to rotate a little bit from the 11 that started last night?
Well, I think you could see quite clearly last night the decisions we made. We obviously had one eye on the weekend's fixture, so I don't think it'll be any surprise to see a few changes in the 11. The good thing for me is that everyone's performing ever so well, everyone's training well, everyone's giving me something to think about. But look, there's a lot of football coming up. The games are coming thick and fast. Everyone needs to be ready to come in and contribute at the right time. But obviously we made decisions on last night's team selection and the substitutions with one eye on the weekend, so I don't think it'll surprise many when they see a different 11 at the weekend.
And David Edgar, please.
Sorry, Stephen, can you just about Dundee United as well? What did you expect from Dundee United?
A tough game. Obviously, there's some rivalry there. We expect a bit of needle in the game, which we welcome. Mickey Mellon's a experienced manager. He's been around for a long time. Good manager. I think he's come in and done ever so well at Dundee. It's a shame that he won't be there on the side, obviously for COVID reasons. But we expect him to have his team well drilled. They'll be competitive and they've got good players. So we're expecting a real tough challenge on Sunday at lunchtime.
And David Edgar, please.
Morning, Stephen.
Morning.
A notable aspect of the team performances recently is that even with personnel changes at times, it's really retained fluency and shape in its performances. What do you think are the key strengths behind that?
Well, I think everyone knows what we're about, what we try and do in terms of our philosophy, what the expectations are and the standards we've tried to set. New players have had enough time now to settle in. The idea was always to try and build a squad where you've got two players fighting for each position. So it's very competitive in terms of the fights for the 11 shirts. The training intensity is really where we want it. So look, we're in a good place, but the challenge for us is you have to work even harder. You have to fight even more to retain your form, to keep everyone in a good place. You obviously need a little bit of luck along the way, to keep people fresh and healthy. And we also have to guard ourselves from the ongoing COVID situation. So that's what we're doing from day to day. But one thing's for sure, I'm really content and happy where the boys are at the moment. The challenge for everyone is, can we maintain it?
Thanks. Cheers, guys. We're going to Nathan Patterson in due course.
David, can we just ask Stephen, in terms of the teams that you could get, have you had a look? And do you think Rangers could hold their own against anyone up there?
I haven't had a look in depth in terms of a time, obviously aware of who's in the draw. Really looking forward to the draw. I think we deserve to look forward to it. Whoever we get, it's going to be tough. The good thing is, obviously, it'll be over two legs, and we're seeded and we finished top of the group. So we've done everything we can to give ourselves the best chance. But whoever we face is going to be a tough challenge over the two legs. But really excited for Monday. But we've got obviously a very important 90 minutes before we can relax and enjoy that.
Stephen, there's also been some reports this week of interest in Billy Gilmore and a youngster, Juan Alegria. Are you able to give us an update on either situation?
Not really. There's always a lot of paper talk. There's always a lot of speculation about a lot of players. From what I see from afar, I think Billy Gilmore's pretty settled at Chelsea. He's obviously had an injury. Every time I listen to Frank, he's really happy with the player. Fabulous little player, but there's been no contact between the clubs or the managers. I know Frank extremely well. I know his coaching staff extremely well. I think that's just people putting two and two together and looking for stories, but there's nothing in it from our side. But what I will say is a fabulous little player, and we wish him well.
Cheers, guys.
And the other chap, Juan from who's playing in Finland.
Yeah, slightly different. There's obviously we're well aware of the player, the talent. We're always looking to recruit right through the club. This is something that the academy's had a closer eye on than myself, but very much aware of the boy, the talent, and there is something in that one, but there's nothing to report on it as of yet.
What a man.
What a man that is. What a man. Fabulous.
Yeah, I think he's just he's trying to protect his players and get them what they deserve wage-wise. Obviously, you might have a situation, going back to Kamara thing, Stevie, where maybe if you take the boy Jones, he might be taking him more than Kamara, you know. So he's got to even out his first team squad and reward them. I like his style.
100%, mate. You heard what he said. He's wanting to protect the club, his players. You know, he's trying to build a squad. He's not wanting to give away his best players, but it just shows you. I mean, everywhere he goes, he's well known in the game, and there's obviously people making noises about like Kamara, and this is what he's telling the boards. He's better get something done here. Be the board, reward them for what he's doing. He's still got, what did they say, 2.5 years left. His contract, is that what I heard there, aye? 2.5, right? So there's absolutely no panic there, but
Your favourite number?
2.5, you're right, it is. No, guys, he's just, first and foremost, man, the guy's, when he talks, he just says it as it is, and there's no messing about with him, you know, there's nobody pulling the wool out of his eyes easy either. He says things, I just love his press conference, he's immaculate, that's the word, you know, the guy's just absolutely immaculate, you know, and and when he says he's trying to build a team, he's built it. I believe he's built it, and I get back to last night's show. He's been saying that for a wee while old bear, and he knows his stuff. And I'm telling you right now, this is the start of something really good. That is, guys, it really is.
Okay, Bridgman, give us a number. We've had the press conference and that, so people can join us.
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Our choice at Skype at RangersRadio.online. We brought in a call with Fox and Old School Blue. Phone in, high up, and we will call you back. When you phone in, just wait. We will bring you into the conversation. And everything just seems to be going so well. Obviously, it looks as if we're going through unscathed and no injuries for last night, which is all positive. Brilliant.
Can I come in on that for a second?
Yes,
just a wee second. You know, I've been listening to the discussion with yourself and Stevie, and of course us, me too. But it just dawns on me every now and again. That guy, our manager, has only been with us since May 2018. So he's not even just over 2.5.
What's achieved is remarkable, mate.
Unbelievable. Just seriously stunning stuff. My goodness. Long may it last.
Yeah. Oh, he's grabbed us by the collar, hasn't he? He really has. He's grabbed him by the collar and lifted his man. He's got his own touch on everything. He's got his own personal touch. You get into the training ground, you'll see all different stuff done in it. You get into Ibrox, all this stuff. He's absolutely brilliant. He's been absolutely brilliant for our club. And I get back to meeting my wee boy, wee Jamba. He bunked school. I got him out of school to go and see him coming, and I'm glad he did. We're backed him for day one, and by the way, we're backed a winner. The boy doesn't know how to lose. You just listen to the way he talks. He's a winner. He's a born winner.
I bumped to whatever my wife told me to do that day. And I was gone like the wind.
There was you left a whole load of dishes.
I probably did as well. That day was a very exciting day. Many thousands there. The place was just mobbed. And you know, I've said this a million times before. I'm going to say it again. I wanted him to play. He just looked like a player with a suit on. That's just what he looked like. And I'm shouting down to him, just get your boots on. Get your... It's fantastic.
I think we could have done with him that first season, but I think ultimately we may have done the right thing. Talking about wise men, we couldn't find any, so we've been joined by Bob Ger. How are we doing, Bob Ger?
Absolutely elated about last night. I don't know how many times a day I watched the goals. It's absolutely elated. What an organised performance with a much changed team. I thought, well, the team's maybe going to struggle, for to get itself organised, get itself together. No, right for the off. Excellent, tremendous performance. Ethan, well played, son. I think you've played yourself into the team for Sunday. I do.
Yeah.
So I can't run out of superlatives for the guys. They were just superb last night. Should have won by a lot more.
2-0 flattered them, Bob, the second half.
What was that, Oxford?
2-0 flattered them the second half. They were chasing.
Oh, it flattered them. It definitely flattered them. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I thought Hadji played pretty well last night. He had a couple of efforts on there. He was unlucky. That year in the first half, it just scraped the post. And that year in the second half, the keeper made a really decent save there. I thought Hadji put his shell about not too bad last night. So it's all augurs well, boys. We've got a really, really good squad of players now. When you've seen the capability of the boys that came in. And just to think about the big names sitting watching last night, great stuff. But I think Alfredo could be on the bench on Sunday and Eden could make a start. What do you think of that, guys?
Well, I've got my team. I've got Alfredo in. Stevie, on you go, mate.
No, I agree. I agreed with your team, Mox. I more or less had that team back again. But the whole thing about the team, and I don't know if you'll agree, Bob Jer. Good evening, anyway. I don't know if you'll agree. Nanes can get the team right. There's absolutely nobody's. See if you're an opposing manager, you've got right. Maybe he's going to play him. No, maybe no. You come in. But how can you tactically set up against that when you don't know who's going to be playing?
You don't know what you're going to be hit with, aye.
Sit.
From middle to front, anyway.
I mean, no matter who. I've said it all along, and Ox will tell you, Bridgeman will tell you that. Play. See, as long as we've got that back five, you can play anybody. They're coming in and doing a job. I mean, they're big Zungu last night. I thought the referee kind of ruined it a wee bit for Zungu with a yellow card right away. He was too quick in his pocket with a yellow card.
Never about
no, it's Spanish, typical Spaniard, no, out with the card right away. But I thought it was a couple of dodges out. But anyway, I just thought, we're going to really get to see what Big Zungu can do. But when he get booked that early, then he's got to wind his neck in a wee bit, you know what I mean? But getting back to the pool there, it must be a total tactical nightmare for a manager to sit and say, right, you mark, who's it going to be? Is it Morelos? Is it Itten? You've not got a Scooby-Doo. But no, I agreed with more or less the same team as Ox. I would have put out. I really do think that. I think Stevie Davis that'll be back in the team. I really do.
We've been joined by Southside. I'm sure he'll have an opinion on the team. Evening, mate.
All right, guys, how's it going? All right, Stevie?
Hi, Southside.
Hi, Southside. You all right, pal?
Good, yeah. Aye, good, guys. I'll have a wee stab at this team for Sunday.
Brave man.
I'll go McGregor, Tav, Borna, Golston and Balogun, Kamara, Davis, Arfield, and the front three will be Kent, Alfie and Roof.
And you get one player different from me, mate. I think I've got a Rebo and Kamara. You've got Kamara. But
aye. I think Kamara will start. I think, just my opinion, obviously, probably rest him on Wednesday against St Mirren. I think maybe pull him out then, but I think the front three will be Alfie, Kent, and I mean, I know the big man was brilliant on Thursday because I loved it. I thought he deserved that performance. I think he showed us through the middle what he will be about in time. Said it before a few weeks back, playing out of position didn't really help him, but you've seen the wee touches and that, and he reminds me a wee bit like the Daniel Kuzan type, where he's a bit mobile and he looks like he can shoot and score, and he's pretty good in the air, pretty physical. So in the long term, I think he'll be on number 9 going forward. But it was, I don't think he'll start on Sunday. That's just my opinion.
He's relatively young, Itten. Just going back to the Zunga one, I'll take that round the panel. I'll go to the two wise men of the show, Bob Jer and Bridgeman. Bob Jer, Zunga, I thought what impresses me is, he's some nice touch. He's always looking to take the ball. The speed that he covers the ground, I don't know if you picked up on that, mate.
Well, he looks an exceptional talent, Zungu, once he gets going, But he's similar to Aribo in a lot of ways. A big gangly player, and he can pass the ball at a really good range of passing. As Fox says here at the booking, boy had they hot back, And if you've got that in your mind, you say to yourself, well, you know. But Zunga Zungu looks a really, really good prospect for us in the middle of the park. Because Stevie Davis and Scotty Arfield, they're not going to be there forever. And what a replacement. On the whole, boys, how are we off? How spoiled are we for choice for the first time in a lot of years with a squad of players like this? It's unbelievable. Another point about last time, did you not think that referee had it in for Scotty Arfield too? He wouldn't have let him tackle. You notice that? Scotty Arfield got a booking from that.
I noticed it, all right. It's the same as Zungu.
Aye, same as Zungu. Aye. That's what curtailed Zungu last night. But when he got on the ball and he got it down and he passed it in ultimately, you can see Zungu's a quality player. I'm looking forward to seeing him on a regular basis. Yeah.
Come on there, Ox.
Aye, there you go. Never go to bridge, aye.
I just liked the boy Zungu. I watched the game again and he breaks up play well and he's always looking for that pass. He's always got his nut up. He's always got his head up looking. But I just thought the yellow card could have held him back a wee bit, Bob Jerry, And
that's exactly right.
We never get that. He might have been able to
express himself a bit, right?
That's it. Aye.
You know with Zungu's a quality player. He even walks like a quality player. You follow what I mean? He just looks at. He is it.
You've got a lovely walk, Bridge, man.
Oh, absolutely. But see that tackle he got booked in last night? I watched that about 5 or 6 times this morning, once again, twice again, so on and so forth. And I thought, that's a Bridgeman tackle, that one.
Because you see,
and when he got booked, when he got booked, it didn't mean anything, but it happens. So we'll go on with it.
When we cut across these, we've been joined by a caller. Evening, caller.
How you doing, guys?
What's your name, mate?
Hello.
It's Scott, mate.
Scott. What's on your mind, Scott?
I've just given you a wee phone, guys, to say I'm enjoying the show and my heart's ready to bust thinking about winning this league in May.
Good for you, Scott.
Go on yourself,
Good for you, Scott, son.
What age are you, Scott? What age are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 43.
Wow, you're a bit old for this show.
Just a bairn.
A bit older than me and Stevie then, so...
No, just a little lad. No much, I hope.
Forgive us, Scott, forgive us. This is a joke.
The same side, same age as Southside. Right,
no, that's not fair saying that, you.
Yeah, I'm on with 30 this month coming up.
It gets better and better.
Right, Scott. Go on, you're busting with pride. I mean, we're all, it's going so well at the moment, mate, isn't it?
Definitely, mate. Just to think, some Rangers, I'm on follow, sorry. And a lot of people, not a lot of people, but a few people in that wanted Steven Gerrard sacked around about last February, March time, and just people not got a clue, you know what I mean?
Scott,
absolutely.
You need to doubt if it's even Rangers fans, you know what I mean? I know there's a lot of Celtic fans in disguise on that, but it's mind-boggling that some people wanted him sacked. Just people not got a clue, man. It's night and day the difference he's made to a club, you know what I mean?
Here. And you come, Stevie.
Scott, big Stevie for the drum, mate. Listen, I love it when the bells for the passion you're showing there. Listen, we're a hard crowd to please. We've said it in this show for months and months. We're a very, very hard crowd to please. And see all the people, they're just too quick out the blocks to say stuff. I mean, at Fox will come on and tell you about James Tavernier. How many times did we hear he's not a captain? And some bells went OTT was saying he shouldn't even get a strip. You know, some
people sat around about that. Sorry, mate. Sorry, button in there. Sorry, mate.
We're just a hard crowd to please, buddy. You know, everybody's got an opinion, but I like to keep things like that in house. You know, on this show, you've got a great wee platform. All the bells say their piece. We can disagree, but this is a place to do it, Scott. You know, and all the guys on follow. Some of them need to wind their neck in a wee bit, mate, you know.
No, definitely. Some of them just go too fast for the day, mate. You know what I mean?
So who's standing out for you this season, Scott? Who's standing out for you personally?
I'm loving wee Scotty Arfield. Brilliant, man. Great wee player. The full team's fun, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? The full team's stunning it.
That's a great word you've used there, isn't it? The Southside. What he's built, Gerrard, as a team, eh?
Nah, definitely. Yep. Aye, we're only going to get better and better under him. You know what I mean? Here's hoping he stays for a few years, the full length of his contract.
We want it extended, mate. We want it extended.
Aye, hopefully.
What Is that Bridge singing?
No, that's that old dog of mine. Didn't bother
That's
about
what I was going to say. It sounded like a dog howling.
I thought Bridge was doing his old ship.
He's walking in. She was time she was out with the dogs.
You need to get her, take the dogs out for a walk between 8 and 10, Bob.
8 and 10 days.
I'm going to get my wee dog out soon and also.
Right, Scott, great to hear from you, mate, yeah?
You too, guys. Right, you need to phone back sometime.
In the future, yeah?
Phone back anytime, son.
I'm actually feeling quite nervous, but I think I've handled it all right, so
you've done
handled it fine.
No,
great.
All the past 10 years, I've been suffering a bit of depression, lads, and I think it's just happened to our club.
You get yourself around that, son. You get yourself around that. You'll be fine. The Rangers will sort that out for you.
Aye, hopefully, my man.
Where are you, Scott? Whereabouts are you?
Easterhouse.
Easterhouse, right, okay.
All right.
All right. No, listen, mate, you phone in. You done brilliant, mate, on the call, yeah?
Good, man. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, we really appreciate
phone
that,
again.
No problem. You're welcome anytime,
cheers,
mate.
Lads.
Anytime.
Use all my cracking weekend, boys, right?
Thank you, son. Thank you.
Hopefully 3 points on Sunday.
Oh, yes.
I was going to swell it, I better know, but against a scumbag, Dundee United mob. Hate them, man.
Dundee United, you that one, Scott, yeah?
No, aye, good man.
All
Cheers,
right.
mate. Right, I'll phone again, right?
What's the score going to be on Sunday?
I think 4-0 again.
And what's your team going to be? What's your team going to be?
But what are I through?
Yeah, pick your team going.
McGregor and goals. Tav, Goldson. I think King might come back in.
Hollander?
Like Hollander, aye.
Possibility.
Yep. No, aye. On the left back spot, that'll be. Sorry, my name's been a wee bit loose.
Barisic,
aye.
Aye, what have you got?
Think we might hang me a game again.
Barsi?
Aye, big
No, I don't think so. I think Barisic will play. But then you go, what's your midfield three then?
Arfield.
Right.
Arfield, I think Zungu will come in.
All right, okay.
Aye.
Who else?
Jack injured or what?
There's possibility he might be back at the weekend, but we don't know yet.
Right. Up front. Morelos.
Yeah.
I mean, just left flank, boys.
Roof and
Kent.
Roof and Kent.
Aye.
Aye. It makes sense.
I think that might get a start after he showed last night.
Well, I said that, Scott. That's a possibility.
Aye, what a finish that was with him. Fantastic, man. Great
Brilliant, Scott.
Aye.
And by the way,
he puts his foot through the ball, man. Just fucking smashed it, I mean.
Sorry
for swearing, boys.
That's all right, mate, Scott. You don't worry about it. Listen, mate, I hope that's just because you named it, mate. Right? Cheers, mate. You look after yourself.
Take care, buddy.
You too, guys. Right, have a good weekend, guys. Right,
cheers,
mate. Take care of yourselves. Right, bye-bye. Right, bye-bye.
Right, I've got a question to ask you. Stevie, if that's not what Rangers Radio's about, what is it about?
Absolutely brilliant. First time caller, boys, a bit nervous, speaking off the cuff, speaking for the heart, and by the way, all kidding aside, Ox, I've got to get back to this wee show and what it does for people. You heard what Scott said there, he's through a wee bit of depression stuff. This show gives people a wee platform and talk about a conversation, takes their mind off things, and look at all the old Dutchies that can't get out and stuff like that. This COVID and this show keeps people going, mate. It's absolutely fantastic. But I'll tell you what, you're totally right. Raw, and again, the show gives people a platform to come on and say their bit. Absolutely brilliant call there for the boy Scott. Easterhouse, brilliant.
Here. Bridgeman, it does. It's the boy, obviously, very honest in his call, but you could hear the passion in it. That's how it's all about. Bridgeman. He's greeting. He's got a hank out. You can tell.
Maybe he's rehearsing all shit.
We did all shit when I was a lad. Oh dear. Oh, brilliant call. All right. It's the time. I've lost the plot here. Right. Okay. We've got more callers coming in. But different teams, nobody's getting Gerrard's teams. It must be a nightmare for the opposition. We're doing ever so well. Bob Gia.
Yes.
We're going to watch a bit complacency, or do you think we're past that? We're just a smooth-oiled machine.
I'm going to say a bit of both here. Gerrard will never let complacency creep into the squad. Never. Ever let complacency creep into the squad. He's too professional for that. And that echoes the fact that we are a well-oiled machine. A very well-oiled machine last night, I'll tell you. And let's be a well-oiled machine every game. And it's looking that way now. Oh, the performances will dip a bit. They've got to. You're only human. It'll dip a bit and it'll rise a bit as well. So, I can hear myself or an echo you.
Jim, you've got the Joe and turn the show off, mate. Turn it off.
All right. Okay.
We'll bring it back in a minute. I think Jim had his telly on. You were coming in, Stevie?
Aye, just the words Gerrard's using are feet on the ground and humble. He's used that quite a lot, and it's channeling even through the support. It's getting used quite a lot on other forums. When you listen to the Bears' wording, their talk, they're keeping their feet in the ground, and that's the words that he's channeling through the team. He'll not let us get complacent. I agree with Bob Gerrard. There's no way in the world he's going to let us think that we're world beaters or anything like that. He's keeping us firmly on the ground. And again, he's got for every position, he's got two players fighting for a jersey. And they're concentrating on getting that jersey, never mind what the bigger picture is. But I just think Gerrard will never let anybody get complacent. The words he keeps using is humble and feet in the ground, and that is channeling through our whole club.
All right, we've been joined by Alex. Evening, Alex.
Good evening, Oxford. Bridgeman, Stevie, Bob J, Southside. All right, lads?
How you doing?
I'm fine, thanks.
Going in, what's on your mind, brother? Let's hear it. We'd really like to hear from you.
Last night's performance. Superb.
Yes.
Beginning to run out of words now. Unbelievable. They're unbelievable. Tactics were spot on. And it looked as if they were about second gear. They could have brought up another gear. Fantastic being a Rangers supporter at the present. Definitely is.
Isn't it?
Let's be honest, it's always good being a Rangers supporter, good and bad times, but this is a special due to the circumstances, Alex.
Well, this is like dreamland, isn't it? As I said before, it's a game at a time. That's that one ticked off now. Now we're ready for Tannadice on Sunday. That'll be interesting. But we'll play there, we'll beat them. I'm almost sure of that. Do you want my team, Oxia?
Yes, mate.
I'll go with McGregor, Tav, Golston. Is Hollander fit?
I think he is. They intimated during the week that they were leaving at home, but for the weekend. But
all right, okay, we'll just go with Balogun then. Big Bonner. Midfield, a bit of Stevie Davis, Kamara, Aribo, and up front I'll have Ruth, Kent, a debate between Itten and Morelos, and I think I'll go with Itten.
I would agree with you, Alec.
What I'm liking about this, Stevie, is the fact that people are debating. They're saying, wait a minute, it's not as if they're saying we're playing him because he's rubbish. We're playing him because we think he's playing better, which is a different thing altogether, big man.
It's the half. I mean, let's be honest, Big Itten was superb the other night. Last night, he was absolutely brilliant. He's given Gerrard a major sword, and he said, Gerrard said, he's mentioned in his press conference, the big man was superb, and he's actually played his way. He took his shot. He's took his shot here, and he's grabbed a jersey, I think. I think he'll go with Morelos, but as soon as it hits 60 minutes, if things aren't happening for the wee man, I think Big Itten will come on. But see he started with it, and I wouldn't be surprised. I definitely wouldn't be surprised. The big man was superb. His touch and his movement, and he was running, and he went for it. And by the way, what a finish, I like that.
Unbelievable. That's what I'm saying, Stevie. When you see, that's a hard goal he scored, because I thought he took the ball too far over. Then he hit it. But that's him coming on. He's getting plenty of minutes, and you're going to see the best of the guy. He's different altogether from Morelos in that. Gives you another option up front, but I think we call it make surprisey and play him on Sunday. I might be wrong, but it's my opinion.
No, it's not about opinions, Alex. It's not about opinions. But I think it's a great place we're in at the moment. You still there, Southside?
Aye, mate. I'm just going to go in a wee minute.
The fact we're debating who we're playing is, if you think back not that long ago, we were debating what the team was for different reasons.
Aye, I think probably we can all agree, probably most of the time in the big games, which I'll say obviously play Celtic, Aberdeens and Hibs in the European game, I think we've got a core. Like, if they're all fit, like we're saying, I think like McGregor will start, Taff starts, Goldstein starts, Borner starts, Davis starts, Kamara starts, and Kent starts. I think after that, then you can pick the bones out the rest of them. So and like last season, we never had that option. We had, like, Jack would start every week, and I like Jack, he may be fit, he might, but Davis on his game's a better football player, and obviously people might want to put a Rebo in the midfield at times. But I think we've got a core of maybe 6 or 7 that we know will start every week, and then we've got the luxury of picking another 7 out the available spaces that's left.
Aye, cheers, mate. Cheers. A good place to be. Bob, yeah.
Oh, I can only echo what Alex said there. I mean, like I said 5 minutes ago, Ox, we're spoiled for choice. We've got that much quality all the squad now. And it really sort of doesn't bother me. Well, it bothers me, but who comes in? You've got total trust in them. 2 quality players for every position. How long is it till we had that? When you think back to that sad day when we got beat for Hibs in the cup final, and you look at the side then and look at it now, it's a total world apart. 2 quality players for every position. So whoever comes in has got my trust. If it's sitting for Morelos, if it's Arrivo for Arfield, or even young Nathan Patterson, what about his performance last night? He looks one for the future, doesn't he? Hello, boys. Can you hear me all right?
Very steady, Bob. Very steady. Very steady. I don't think,
I mean,
I don't think he set the world alight, and obviously the game was a wee bit quicker than what he was used to. You see enough there to see there was potential in the boy. And I think it was somebody last night said that he would have learned me after a couple of mistakes when guys got on him quicker, he made the wrong decision.
Aye, I noticed that as well. Aye.
For sailing through a game when you win 6-0. So, look, I'll put it to you this way. If Steven Gerrard and his backroom staff see something in the boy, there's got to be something there.
Well, there's something there. He looks a quality player, laddie. He will be, given time.
Right.
Will be.
We're going to have a tune. So get yourselves to mute. We're going to have a tune.
Love song for vampire. Now it's 1987, and here's Mental as Anything. Live it up.
How can you see looking through those tears? Don't you know you're worth your weight in gold? I can't believe that you're alone in here. Let me warm your hands against the cold. A close encounter with a hard-hearted man who never gave half of what he got. Has made you wish that you'd never been born. That's a shame, cause you got a lot. Oh, hey, hey, you with a sad face, come up to my place and let it on. You beside the dance floor, what do you cry for? Let's live it up. If you smile, walls fall down on all the people in this pickup joint. But if you laugh, you level this town. Hello, girl, that's just the point. Hey, have you in a sad face? Come up to my place and live it up. You decide the dance floor. What do you cry for? Let's live it up. Just answer me the question why. You stand alone by the phone in the corner. Cry, how can you see looking through those tears? Don't you know you're worth your weight in gold? I can't believe that you're alone in here. Let me warm your hands against the cold. If you smile, the walls fall down on all the people in this pickup joint. But if you laugh, you level this town. Hey, lovely girl, that's just the point. Hey, have you with a sad face? Come up to my place and live it up. You decide the dance floor. What do you cry for? Let's live it up. Let's live it up. Live it up. Live it up. Hey, now you with a sad face, come up to my place. Come up to my place, baby. You with a sad face, come up to my place and live it up. You decide the dance floor. What do you cry for? Let's live it up. You with a sad.
You enjoy that, Rich?
Hey, you with your sad face, come up to my place. Let's give it up. Yeah. Brilliant. It's brilliant, man. I hope that's a big hit. Big hit.
Well, it is, Rich. It's number one.
It's number one in Britain.
Yep.
Fantastic. It's the Rangers fans doing that, isn't it?
Aye, in iTunes. Downloads. You can't believe it's made the news all over the world, mate.
Fabulous. Just fabulous.
Absolutely brilliant. You never know, Bob.
And when we win the league, we'll be mental as anything.
Yep.
Well, definitely. Now we're in a good place, lads. It's you know, who would have imagined? How many games is that now? Is that 26 undefeated?
16 league games, 9 in Europe. One in the League Cup. 26 games, yes.
26 games undefeated. You've won that European group. Now we should have run away with that group. Okay, fair enough. It's all been said in the discussion on the programme here. We were 2 goals up against Benfica twice. And we should have run away with that group with games to spare. But we won it, fair enough. And we're one of the top seeds here at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock on Monday, lads. That's the draw.
Yep.
And I'm looking down this list of sides. The one I would like to avoid is Real Racing Santander for Spain. They're second in that league. They're a pretty decent side. But to hell with it. We'll take anybody, yeah? We're going well at the moment. Look forward.
You can't control.
Didn't get apprehensive. Look forward, exactly. And if you'd have told us at the start of the season what would have been accomplished, you were a bit their hand off. But as I keep saying repeatedly on the programme, let's get silverware, boys. Let's get silverware. And I do believe it's on its way.
Wait a minute. We've been joined by somebody who is mental as anything. We've been joined by Jim Fay Paisley. How are we doing, Jim?
Jim Fay Paisley, right?
Oh, Jim.
Come on, Jim.
It's a pleasure to speak to all the Bears.
He usually cuts into your radio show.
Yeah.
Fantastic. It's really a pleasure.
Brilliant,
I could say one thing. Yeah, by the way, it's been fantastic calls this evening, and it's a pleasure to listen to everybody that's on the show. I was going to say, I would like to see Big Cedric Itted played right through the middle tomorrow. Right through the middle. Yeah, I think that's maybe the position we're looking for him to play.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you're alone in that. I think Alex has got similar views, Alex.
I did, yeah. I just quite agree with that. I think it's the time maybe for to play him tomorrow. He's definitely on form. Don't get me wrong, I'm not really too bothered who plays, whether it's Morelos or that. It's not that you're picking who's better than who, it's just that you feel the guys with a bit of confidence last night, and then that can take on the next step, and we'll see the best of this guy, because he's only young yet. But it wouldn't bother me, would he, if he's down there on the squad, on the bench, and they bring him on to play Morelos. But if you're asking me, I'd play it in, just to see what he's like. Give him a full run at it, because Dundee United, the defence, I think they'll run amok with them. I think Rangers will really run amok. I'm even taking the score. I don't even usually talk this way, but I think Rangers could win about 4-0.
Oh, Alex. Oh.
Well, why not?
Alex, I'm your side.
You're on his side,
I seriously think it could be 4-0. Normally I don't talk, I just go from game to game, but I honestly think Rangers will really take this team to the cleaners.
Oh, you're right. Anyway, we've been joined by Big Dave from Edinburgh. What are we doing, big man?
Hi, guys. All right, Bob J.
Hi, Dave.
Stevie.
All right,
guys.
How you doing?
All right, Stevie. I agree with everything you've said tonight, Stevie. Brilliant. Do you want my team for the morning? For Sunday?
Aye, on you go, big man.
I got Tav, Borna, Golson, Hollander. I think will come back in because Balogun needs a rest, age and injuries. McGregor, I think Davis, Sir Stephen, Kamara, Harfield, Kent, Itten, and Ruth. I think he'll drop Morelos on Sunday just because he's been playing rubbish, but just because he's not really been doing it. It's been bouncing off him. He's been playing all right, but I think Itten deserves a chance through the middle.
I don't think, again, Jim just came on and said the same thing. I don't think you're alone in that thinking. Bridgeman, you might take that, mate?
Yeah, 100% agree with everything everybody said about him. Morelos looks I don't know whether it's just where he's playing and the role he wants to play, that kind of thing. It just to me, he looks like a pale shadow of the guy that was smashing in 28 goals and things like that, He was causing chaos against everybody. However, he isn't getting as many bookings or red cards as he was getting when he was smashing all these goals in. So one might be a bonus set for the other. I always, if I can, I would always have Morelos in my team. I really believe that. But I must say, I was mightily impressed with Itten the other night. He did all these things away for the centre forward role, and he hassled every time he got a chance. He hassled the defenders, and a couple of times won the ball, and that's been really good. He's done that a couple of games, marvellous. And that goal he scored was worthy of winning any game. Fantastic goal, well played. There were good passes by the club as well. The rest of the boys in the club, just brilliant. And he fits in. That's the thing about Itten. He actually fits in. And what age is he? 24, 23 or 24? Oh my God. What a future.
23, aye. 23.
I think he's about my age, Bridge. I think he's similar age to me.
See, another thing, guys, you've all said, guys, what a problem to have, eh? What a nice problem to have, eh?
Yep.
This is the thing, we're picking our teams, and really pleasing for me is we're not saying, I'll get him out, he's rubbish, Alex. We're saying, right, I prefer him, which is a big difference, isn't there?
Absolutely. It's luxury, what we've got as a squad here. I just feel Big Itten. If the midfield I choose between Davis, Kamara and Aribo, with him sliding passes through that defence, I think Big Itten would just have a field day there.
You playing Roof just behind Big Cedric?
Yeah, I'd play Roof just on the right hand side. Big Itten centre, and Kent just at the left side.
Yeah, me too. But who's McGregor? That's what somebody mentioned McGregor. Who's
the goalkeeper?
Goalkeeper.
The goalkeeper was playing centre half there.
We know what.
Yeah, who's that? Who's actually Hughes McGregor? Is he on drugs?
We've also been joined by Lackey. Evening, Lackey.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Hiya.
All right, Lackey.
Right, Lackey.
Can I take a wee second just to give a wee message to the boys at Scott for Easter House?
Aye, of course, mate.
Yeah.
Right. I'm 43, same as Scott, and I'm for East End. I went to Scott Easter House, so I wrote well. And I've struggled with my mental health for the best part of 20 years, mate. But come the 3rd of January, I'll be married a year. Things could get better, and look at the bells. So that's proof that things can get better, mate. And I wrote the ball out to phone the show, so good on you, son.
Well
done, Lackey. Well done, son.
Well done, Lackey.
That's all I wanted to say tonight, guys, right? I'll let you get back to the football.
Lackey.
Well done, Lackey.
Well done, son. Well done.
He's your team for the weekend, mate.
My team for the weekend. Right, well, you know, I want Big Atomic up front.
Ah, you said that last night. You made that clear.
Well, it's going to be, right. McGregor, Tav, Balogun, obviously Golson, Barisic, midfield. I think it's going to be probably Davis, Kamara, Arfield again. And Roof on the right, Kent on the left, and I fancy Big Itten for a game.
Right, okay, mate. He's there you go. 2 nights ago, I said to you that Itten would have been shading Morelos to start with the panel. What would you say, Big Stevie?
Can I just say something before I get into that? See when you were talking about Ruth the right and Kent the left, they two boys for a free roll, they swap about all the time. You know,
no, I'm just saying it. The way they line up, mate. You know what I mean? I know they're interchanged, not and we're all movement. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's it. No, they two boys will always play that free role, I think, because they swap out and defences just don't know how to cope with it. They don't know because they're told to mark one of them, the other one's on the other side, you know. It's just that.
Right, quite right, Stevie. Quite right, Stevie.
Brilliant. It's another brilliant master move for our gaffer, you know. Just he'll swap them about, a bit of confusion. Well, we Alfie's holding up the playing one of them into the hole, you know. But what was it? I forgot the question.
The question was 2 nights ago. If I'd have said to you that Itten was going to be getting picked instead of ahead of Morelos with majority of panel, you would have been surprised, wouldn't you?
Aye, I would have been surprised. But listen, guys, I'm going to say this, and I don't want to. I mean, Big Itten played himself into the team. It wouldn't have surprised me what one started on Sunday, but Morelos is your best striker, and I think you've always got to go with him, you know. I think you've got, for me, I would start with Alfie and see how he gets on, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sounding as if I'm contradicting myself here, but I wouldn't be surprised if Big Itten started on Sunday. It's just the sore heat Gerard's got, guys.
And listen, Lackey, can we thank you for coming on and mention the boy Scott? I mean, that's so good, mate. Yeah.
No, it's something close to my heart, mate. I just wanted to say something about it, you know what I mean, mate?
Aye, brilliant, mate.
Well, good for you, Lackey.
Well done. Well done, Lackey, son. Thanks for taking my call, lads, anyway. We are a people through.
Privilege.
Cheers, Lackey.
We are.
Cheers, lads, guys.
Cheers, Lackey.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Oxter.
Yes, Bob.
Can I just ask the boys a question while it's in my head? I remember I heard a boy on the radio earlier the days phoning in. A Rangers fan, obviously, for Holland, and he asked a question, a good question, actually.
Oh, by the way, you hurry up, I've got some announcement about Rangers fans.
All right, okay. Bring the panel, Stevie G's best signing, Waze's best signing. That's a hard one, like.
Can I go first?
Aye, okay. Well, date and age, you go first.
Right, Glenn Kamara for me, £50,000. Deary me. Glenn Kamara for me.
Oh,
it's a hard one, though, isn't it?
It is the half a hard one,
Aye.
but I'm going with...
On you go, Alex.
I'd say Alan McGregor.
Okay. Jim, for Paisley.
I'm sorry, mate. I missed the question.
Stevie G's best signing. Stevie G's best signing, Jim.
Oh, for goodness sakes, Glenn Kamara, let's be honest with you. Listen, for goodness
There we go. All right, okay. All right, okay. Right, okay. Bridgeman.
Sir Stephen Davis.
Oh, what a shout that is. What a shout that is.
Good call, Bridgeman. Good call.
Aye, Jim takes his hat off to you. Bob, Jim.
Yeah.
I'm torn between two here, lads, but it's between Barisic and Glenn Kamara. You know what I admire of Glenn Kamara am, and for what the boy cost and the performances he's put in Europe. Well, for me, Europe's the place. We know about the domestic stuff week in, week out, but Europe, to perform as consistently well in Europe as the lad he's done, for me, it's got to be Glenn Kamara. He's got to take the road. Or Barisic, just.
Yes, yeah.
You want my answer?
I'm torn between two.
I'm torn between two as well.
I can't make my mind up between Ojo and Hadji.
Ojo and Hadji. I'm going for Ken.
Ken.
Aye, well.
I would have to go a pure.
I know he was 7 million, but
pure loyalty. I would have to go for Sir Stephen Davis, but I couldn't argue, and I can't believe that nobody's mentioned Goldson. What he's done.
I was torn between Kent and Goldson. That was my two. But you could name 5.
Aye, you could. I'm glad you reminded me about the Dutch question. Can I just put it out there? Our own Dutchie has hit the big 6-0. So all the best for everybody here at Rangers Radio.
Happy birthday, Dutchie.
Brilliant.
Is that all he is? Is he only 60?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Only 60. I can't believe it.
Aye. What do you mean by that, Bridge? That's a bit cheeky, isn't it?
That's a joke. That's what it is. He'll be on the forum shouting and bawling at me.
I don't know. I think they're on a weekend. They've got something planned with the family. I'm not exactly sure if his birthday's today or tomorrow, so we'll give him a shout out for his.
Hello, Ian, Fox, Tommy, sweetheart, and hello, Ian, Fox, Tommy.
Who was that?
Who was that?
Helium. That's CC's daughter.
That's Jeff.
What have you been on that helium?
It's JFK.
He's drinking.
Where are we? Well, see, we're winning, Alex. Everybody's in a good mood, aren't they?
You're on the helium, eh?
The harmony's unbelievable here. We were talking here about the team selection. Just thinking Dundee United, they must be getting round the twist. Try to think what kind of team Rangers team's got to go up against them. If we're sitting here with debating here as who's coming on, they must be absolutely
selection problem.
Oh, Christ, they'll be like that.
And what's the bet? None of us get it right.
No, that's a pleasing thing. That's a pleasing thing. Which we've came such a long way in such a real short time, and as Bob Ger rightly points out, Big Stevie, the only thing that's going to start making this better is silverware with ribbons on it.
Aye.
I believe it was Mr. Souness that said that to him that day. He joined Walter and Graham up on the platform during the game, and Souness says to him, once the one trophy comes, they'll start flooding in. And I'm a great believer in that. I think they will. It breeds confidence, you know. Once they get a wee taste of that cup going above their head, they'll be wanting more and more of it. And I think
momentum.
I think it'll bind them even more. But can I just say, we were talking about that earlier on, Alec, if Alec's still there, Alec, we were talking about earlier on that imagine being the opposition manager and you have to set up a team against Rangers and you have to say, right, you mark so-and-so, he might not be playing. All right, okay.
That's right.
How do you set up against it if you don't know who you're playing against?
He'll be wanting the team lines in about 2 hours before the game's kicked. The Dundee United caretaker manager or who he is.
Right, I'm going to have a wee pop at my mate, the bridge man here, right? I'm going to have a real pop at him, and I'm going to give him the first right to reply. That's only fair, isn't it? No. I'm going to have a real pop at him, and he knows where I'm coming from. Bridge man. Sunday's game is the biggest game this week.
This game coming?
Yes.
Biggest game in our season. Biggest game of our season.
You agree?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
This is the biggest game of our season. This.
I get it. I like your style. I like your answer. It's brilliant. This is the third day in a row run of 4 away games, and we've handled the last 2 brilliantly. Bob Chair, 2 away games, tricky. 4-0, 2-0. 6-4, none against. Unbelievable.
Aye, yeah. Your general form, as I say, everywhere, it's incredible. 26, as I've just pointed out, 26 games, these fixtures in Europe, top of the group, etc. Again, I feel I'm repeating myself here, but it's there, it's fact, it's statistics. We've done it, we're doing it. And I didn't see any no complacency here. I didn't see any reason why we can't do it yet again on Sunday. We're going like there was a word mentioned there at the start of the week called juggernaut, and that's exactly what we are. We're just, rolling over the top of them. Keep it going, keep the feet in the ground, no complacency, and there's no reason why we can't continue.
That juggernaut's called the 55 Express.
Ooh,
we're like the runaway train.
I like it.
I'll tell you another thing, guys. Listen, don't beat around the bush here. Stop being nice. I'm going to get into my Elvis Wednesday and Sunday, and that popcorn machine's getting plugged in about 10 o'clock in the morning. I'll be sitting like the king with my Elvis scarf on and a teddy bear scarf. And I'll tell you, the popcorn machine will be going mental. And Rangers will win with clear goals.
By the way, just to let you know, that the onesie is for Elvis in Vegas. It's not for the 1950s, all right?
That's correct. The cape. It comes with a cape, so it does.
Yeah, don't forget what they try to do us, guys. We wind up we wind up Sunday.
They stuck the boot right in.
Can I say something, guys? No, just them. Remember that. No, just them.
Oh no,
absolutely.
No, but they were one of the front runners.
Aye.
They were the front runner. Aye.
They were one of the front runners sticking the boot in.
There was a lot of them there. The only one I thought stood up for us was Kilmarnock.
Yes, totally agree with that.
You know what they were like? They were like when there's a guy lying on the ground, they were like kicking them in the head. Do you know what I mean?
Listen,
can I come on?
Kilmarnock can't even win a court case to call a pie after themselves. What chance did they have of helping us? You know what I mean?
Just wait till your name's mentioned, then I'll bring these in. And you come back.
Hey, boy. Well, we're all sitting, before I go, we're all sitting here tonight. Peace, harmony and love. Brilliant, great among the Bears. It's fantastic to be on the show, to hear all the constructiveness. But us as Rangers supporters, we've got a right to be happy with all the disillusionment and all the despair that surrounded the club for so long. So people that wanted the club out, wanted it doing well. My message to them all is worldwide, if they're hearing me, you failed, and you failed big time. Because I told everybody Rangers are only going to get bigger and they're only going to get stronger. And I still stand by that. And we're only going to get even bigger and even stronger. So that's the message for you all. Roll on Sunday and we'll take the float to town. Okay, guys, it's Doug time.
That's it.
Can Can I say something before I go, boys?
Yes.
I was at the doctor's today, and he says to me, Robert, he says, I've got some bad news for you. And I went, oh no. I says, what is it? He says, I'm afraid you're pregnant. I says, how can I be pregnant, doctor? Didn't be stupid. He says, come on, Robert. He says, you're pregnant. I've got all the tests here. He says, it's conclusive, you're pregnant. I says, that's impossible. He says, no. He says, do you know who the father is? I says, what, do you think I've got eyes in the back of my fucking head? Right.
No, Bob.
Right, okay. Have a good weekend and a happy Sunday, boys, and we other people.
You're a shocker.
Bye, Bob Dale. Bye. Good judge.
Bye.
I liked it.
Rangers for everyone and anyone, Alex.
Of course.
Right, so look, just change the subject. I see we announced that we've converted more cash into share today. I don't know if anybody picked up on that. I know that you follow that kind of thing, Bridge.
No, I haven't seen any today, pal, but I'll look over the weekend for sure.
I think it was like 2.5 million or something, 2.5 million quid's worth.
I think they're paying the directors for their loans and things like that. That's going on.
They're getting all the ducks in a row for the sort of this year as well. But obviously, the directors are doing a good job for us, but the team's doing a good job as well. Alex, helping us sort of the finances.
Well, that's what happens when the team's playing successfully well. Can you take the pressure off all that financial side, although that's in the background and it's a very serious matter. I did hear the podcast the other day there for the four lads in the dream, what do you call them? Dave King and Laura. And I thought it was quite good, quite interesting. About the shares and that, and explaining how they're going to go about it and that, You've got to make your mind up what you think yourself. But it sounds quite positive. My son, sorry, you go up, yeah.
I've got to say the lassie, I'll give credit where credit's due. She came across very well. Yeah, she did.
She was very good. But 1872, you make your mind up. My son, he's a member of 1872, and he's going to make a decision whether he's going to put the £500 in or not. It's not the money. He's just trying to think of himself what's the best way to go. But Dave King seems to think that's the best way. So it's worthwhile listening to the podcast. It really is.
Can I come in, Alec?
Yeah,
yes.
It's just to say that, that I find these things are very political when you go to these groups. When you're talking about looking for all this money, it becomes very political, because if they do become massive shareholder in the company, I don't know how it's all going to work out, because you need a couple of people to fall out, and goodness knows what could happen. Talking about there in the Club 1872's board, only need a couple of people to fall out there, and goodness knows what could happen.
So that's a fair comment. No, it's a fair comment.
So many inside it, so there's still only a group with the total shares to vote with. But if they all start fighting, because I don't mean Club 1872. I think in fact they did. They had a fallout with a few people, and in fact that boy Ricky, can't remember what his name is.
Neil.
Ricky Neil, yeah. And he left under a cloud, I'm sure. So he'll not be the last. I don't think he'll last.
Anyway, we're being joined by George Logan. Evening, George.
How's all doing, boys? All right?
All right, mate.
Evening, George.
All right, mate. Man, I know you. I think you were on last Thursday, George. Seems a long time ago. European success keeps rolling. League wins away from home. Everything's good. The hook, mate.
Aye, it is, Ox. I mean, we just need to keep it going now. We need to keep the momentum up, and I think the players on the park will do that. I don't think anyone will start slacking, because you said it earlier. I think it was Stevie said we've got 2 players for every position now. So somebody's heat comes after the game, somebody else is ready to go right back in there. McKenna always talks about all these big signings, 7 million, 6 million guys and things like that. I keep on going back to it, Ox. I think Big Balogun's been one of the best signings. He's just quietly gone away, doing his stuff. I think he's maybe got Goldson and Big Hollander on their toes now. He's a big guy who I like, the kind of rough and ready guy. He's ready to take a tackle, can do the dirty side of the game. So for me, he's been a great find for us, Ox. But that's as we can put the European in the back burner now, Ox, and really concentrate on what's, for me, the most important thing in getting the league back. So we can go until February now and really, hopefully, put pressure on and really do it. And then see come February, Ox, we can maybe really actually say to ourselves, we're in some position. Ox, a position I didn't think we'd been come February, saying we're in everything here. We can still do this. So Ox, Sunday's the biggest game of the season, and we put Europe into the back burner until February.
It's a big week, George, because obviously we'll get a quarter final and a cup tie away from home. We want the silverware to take the pressure off us, so we don't want a hiccup. But first and foremost, the league. 2 more away games before we're back at Ibrox, and all of a sudden we're starting to tick the games off, mate.
Every game counts, no. Every game always counts. It doesn't matter what part of the season you're in. But now we've got guys. Guys, I feel. I think we're playing great football, and we're playing fantastic football. And I still think there's more to come. I genuinely believe Ryan Kent, Alfredo's not away yet. Alfredo's still here, and I think he's got to start firing again. And we've still got guys ready to start stretching their legs. And now we're coming into the business end of the season. The good bit of the season, though, because the bit of the season they used to shut down when everybody's off on holiday and that, we'll get to watch all the football and things like that. And I hope we can really put the pressure on going into all these tournaments, because I want silverware back where it belongs.
Yeah, George, who impressed for you last night, mate?
Ox, I think I keep on saying this. I mean, Kamara's probably not consistent, Ox, constantly, but I think we've got a right player on our hands here, Ox. I really honestly believe we've got a great player on our hands there, and I think Big Balogun was excellent as well, Ox.
I was a pick of the two centre backs. I thought, even though Golson played okay. Stevie.
George is saying there's brand new, bang on for me. George, how are you, mate? All right?
All right, big man, all right?
Aye, brand new. No, I just think we're in a good place. George is right. This game coming here is the biggest game of our season coming up. Every game, it's boxes we're ticking off, as he's saying. I can't disagree with anything he said there. Absolutely, but spot on for me. We just need to keep our feet in the ground. We're powder dry, and we play, we win. We've said that a million times on this show, Georgia. We play to our capabilities, we win. That's
it. We've got players who we can actually say that now. We're building a team, and by the way, we're Gaffer's built a cracking squad. Steve, I don't think we've any world-class superstars, but we've built a cracking team. Right, decent players, no average players, decent players. All want to fight for the team, want to fight for the manager. It's really exciting stuff now to watch your team, Steve. I think they're playing excellent football.
That's the ingredient you need. They're playing for each other, and they're playing for the manager. They're playing for each other, and they're playing for the manager. By the way, did anybody see Big Eaton when he scored his goal? What he done with the badge? He done his wee Alfie love heart, and then he went like his badge, bang, bang, bang. So they're all learning fast what Rangers are about. You know, and they've all got the bug. They're all playing for each other. They're playing with Stevie G. And I think it was Oxford that was saying not that long ago there, a couple of callers ago, for the top to the bottom, for the boardroom, to the management, the players, the staff, and the fans, the three ingredients you need in a club now, and everything is 100% all gone. We're all together on the 55 Express, and we're all gone. We're all pulling the one way. And there's something that happened tonight. I know I'm going off, and we talk about our fan base. There's something that happened tonight. The boys Scott and Lackey come on. The Rangers family is just absolutely fantastic. We could talk about the team and everything else. And Ox said, I know at the start of the show, win, lose or draw with Rangers. They two boys on the show tonight just shows you what the Rangers family is really about. But getting back to the three ingredients for me: the boardroom, the players, the staff, the management, and the everything has gone great. You know, you can't ask it to be any better. We're all living in dreamland now. It's been brilliant. 26 games. Teary me. We just don't get it.
Still got the treble.
Aye, get the treble. Well, but before that, we have to keep winning. We have to get knocked the games off, Jimmy.
Absolutely. Last day, I keep saying it. Oh, yeah. We'll continue saying it until somebody's live. Come on, get him in there. We're going to the last state in the Europa League and the treble. I'm going for this big time. Listen, we'll look for a bet.
Good man.
I think everybody hopes that we can do the business. No matter every time we go into the park, come out with a result, and it'll do us a world of good. But the truth of the matter is, I'm not being funny when I say this. I kind of look past Sunday. Sunday is massive, absolutely massive. I know people will think that team.
Bridgeman, don't worry about Sunday.
Oh, yes, of course you do. Biggest game of the season. Biggest game of the season, pal. If we don't win that, where are we?
Still top of the league.
Bridgeman, you think that they're the first team in the year is going to beat us? I doubt it very much. We're still looking for somebody to beat us.
Yes, of course, pal, of course. But all I'm saying is
it's not going to be Dundee United.
We're talking about, this is what we want. We all want to win the treble. We all want to win silverware. Absolutely. So nobody more than me, I can assure you. But I just don't think we should be even thinking about anything past Sunday. Sunday, give it your all, and then see how we go on. And then it's on to the next one. It's another box ticked, and away we go forward.
Cool.
Alex, I mean, obviously the European ties, etc., and the League Cup tie we can do nothing about, but this supercomputer. Have you had a look? If you had a look at the fixtures, I'm not one of these guys for conspiracy theories, but we've just noticed we've lost Jim for Paisley. Jim, all the best, mate. Speak to you soon, mate. Carry on, Alex.
Yeah, supercomputer. No, you're right enough what you're saying, but I agree with Bizman there. It's game to game. Sunday's a big game for us, isn't it? It won't matter where. We'll go up to Tannadice, get a result, and we'll take it from there. You don't want to be looking too forward. Of course we want to win silverware and that, but we're just going to have to take it a bit easy. I know it's so easy to get carried away then how we're playing, but if we play, we'll definitely win. And I've already told you what I think the score will be. So I'm in no doubt they will win that match. But it's certainly game to game. It comes fast and furious now, December. Then you're into January. Once the end of January comes, you'll have a better idea exactly where we are. But it's certainly game to game now.
Well, we've got about 12 league games between now and then, or some 10 games. Obviously, you get to 26 games. God, we'll all be biting our nails and chopping the games off. Bridgeman will need more fridge magnets, wouldn't you? You know. But,
absolutely, Paul. I will indeed. No, I don't know how many games there are, but that's why I personally, you heard me, you know what I'm like. I'm over the moon about who we are, the position we're in, the points that we've got. And I just want another 3 points on Sunday. Another 3 points on Sunday, and that'll be us. How many points will we be ahead of them? 16.
You go 16 points clear there, then they've got to play, ain't they?
Yep.
And the popcorn machine, they'll be flying.
Bridgeman, you need to start a Just Giving page to get me in for one of the gastric Hoover belt band things, man. To stop eating it, man. Popcorn here, by the way. We're prime time television now, guys. I'm chipping at the bit for Sunday to come. I'm chipping at the bit for Monday for the draw. It's just my prime time telly now, by the way. And I'm no kidding on it. It's just theatre stuff. Sitting there with your popcorn, your hot dog, watch the old famous. Absolutely brilliant.
Right, we've been joined by Alec 2, so it's nice and easy. Alec 2's joined us.
Good evening, Good evening, everybody. Doing all right, guys?
Good evening.
Good evening.
You all right, pal?
Yeah, doing fine. Great result last night and performance, guys.
Absolutely, bud.
I don't think anybody really was seen that being so as comfortable with the changes, Alex.
No, it's certainly he threw his all curveball with the team when we seen it.
But I tell you, for one, you didn't. If you didn't know there was a change in the personnel in the team, you wouldn't have known there was a change because they played the exact same way as they've been playing all season. I thought Big Itten was outstanding last night. What a performance for the big guy, and what a goal to score as well. Yeah. Listen, Ox, can I just fill you in, pal?
Wait a minute, we've got somebody coming in.
Sure.
We've been joined by the global ambassador once he comes off a mute. Come on, big man.
Look, I'm in a noisy area. I'll go and find a quiet area.
Good idea, mate.
I know. I went looking for you, and then he's phoned me back, and I couldn't find a quiet area.
All right. Trap 2, mate.
Give me
Trap
5.
2. Trap 2.
I wasn't trap 2. I was doing some paperwork, the Andrex work. Right. I'll phone you back.
Right.
Yeah. Hang on, I'll go and mute. Bye.
Oh, Stevie, big Stevie. What are you doing with this show? It's brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, I thought he was on to sing Mental as Enten. Hey, you there with a sad face, me down under, no. Like, oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Trap 2.
Yes, Alec 2. What can we do for you, mate?
Aye, no worries. By the way, is she touching on that song, Stevie? I thought it was about Neil Lennon at first, and then I thought it was about Scott Brown in the stands being something. I think it's Alfie. Every time he gets substituted, his face is stripped them.
The side against Banner.
Aye, I know the wee man's good. I think that'll give him a kick up the backside. I think he'll start on Sunday, and I think you'll see the wee man start to score because.
Hey, you there with a sad face, come up to my place and live it up.
On yourself, big
the dance floor.
On yourself, big
Let's live it up.
I seen that, mate. I seen the story made Good Morning Australia now.
Ah, it's brilliant. It's all over the papers here. You see that woman in India as well? She's been promoted to chief constable or something in Bangalore.
One of our ladies players, aye.
Aye. That's all great news, isn't it?
Aye, positive, mate. Really positive, mate.
Is that a wee bit quiet? The best news I've heard tonight, Stevie in a jumpsuit. My God. Hope you and Jimmy don't go on a pub crawl. Oh, Jesus. Him with his man Simon and you in the jumpsuit.
Not drag with the king, Al. Not drag with the king.
Yeah, I know, the king's alright. I often listen to him. Like, I like watching that on YouTube and that as well. Can't beat that stuff. Right, wait a minute here, just to jump into an office. Is that quiet? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, an actual office, no. Right, yeah. No, just when you were talking about the best signing, I think it's definitely Alan McGregor. I think he came in and he shored us up at the back, and all great teams are built for the back, and that was the first piece of the jigsaw, if you like, as far as I'm concerned. I like McGregor. I think he's a good goalkeeper. I think he's a good character. And he's good for Rangers, yeah. So I think he would go as far as somebody said Kent. I'm not quite sure Kent would be up there, even in the top 3 for me. I think maybe Stephen Davis, but Stephen Davis took a while to hit the ground running. So did Big Goldson. I think McGregor for the start was top drawer for the start, if that makes sense. I'm trying to think of the other one. Barisic as well. He took a wee bit to get his feet, so I think that's natural in football, obviously. But I think McGregor for the outset was there. What we see now is what we got for the first day he arrived back. I've got a wee joke for you. I was at the doctor's this week as well, and he said to me it's terminal. And I says, what do you mean? He says, we've got 2 weeks to live. I says, well, I'll have a week at Christmas and a week at the summer. That's all right.
He's a song again now.
Listen, Al. Thanks for the call. Don't be a stranger.
You should get that put in t-shirts, mate. That'd be good t-shirts. Rangers Radio. Thanks for the call. Don't be a stranger. And they got a picture on the back of Pampas grass.
Listen, Big Al, you're part of the character. This show, she's gone from strength to strength, mate. It's mental.
I like the format. Obviously, you had a wee tinker with the format. You sat down in the production office up Hag Hill, a couple of bottles of the vino. You, Bridge, and Fox, and set the new production. It's good, different, like guests, if you like, each night. I like Linda. Linda's got a wonderful voice, man. Is she single?
No, big hell.
No, I'm just asking. That's a fair
I don't
question.
know. I don't know anything about Linda's. All I know, she's a right
She's good on the radio. Well, Linda, if you're listening, could you phone in? Could you phone in tonight and let us all know? I'm not asking for myself, Linda, because I'm a married man. You're missed this boat,
take me out.
But
What do you think this is?
Take me out,
Paddy McGuinness.
You look like Paddy McGuinness, aye.
No likey, no lifty.
Aye. No, but it's good, the format. And that wee bit earlier, it kind of mucks my routine about. I preferred it when you were on that later, but I just need to live with that. There's not much I can say. I never had any input at the meeting, so
I'm sorry about
that. Aye. The world fan base and all that, you just forgot about us. But it's good. It's good to be a Rangers fan at the moment. All the stuff in the newspapers, excellent. Really, really good. We're playing well. I don't foresee any problems on Sunday. We really want to. I think it was me that coined the phrase "juggernaut," wasn't it? The juggernaut. Yes, it was. Yeah, it was. I'm sure it was.
You've coined a few phrases on here.
Aye, I know. Aye. But I don't foresee any problems, and as you were mentioning a wee while ago, it makes it difficult for the other team to think what team's got to take the field. We've got a really good squad. Just hope this juggernaut just keeps going.
Here. All right, big man.
I'll leave you and love you. Take care. All the best for the future. All right.
Cheers, big man. Speak to you soon.
You mind let that jumpsuit, Stevie?
Oh, magic, man. My dad left me at his wall. Brilliant.
Did he? Jesus. Didn't he bend down it then? Take care.
Oh, man.
Oh, dear. You don't get away with nothing on your Stevie, do you? Yes, mate.
Ox, can I just say something, pal? It's Alec here. Listen, I was working in a house in Hamilton at the start of the week. It was just to give a wee bit of feedback. Relation to the Mr. Park, our Rangers chairman.
All right. Okay.
He gets in touch with Douglas quite often, but his son Graham gave us some feedback. We were chatting away, obviously, about the Rangers and the Rangers platforms and social media, and he said that Graham Park is an avid listener and fan of Rangers Radio and Ibrox Radio. So it was good to get some feedback for that. So we've got listeners in high places, guys.
And this, I must admit, it surprises me and amazes me the tentacles that Rangers Radio's got me, the people that I've spoken to, is the feedback we get, the numbers we get, and it's all down to two people. And I've been serious when I say this. It's all down to Old School Blue and Maureen Fox, because without them, there's no show, Big Stevie.
Aye. Oh, listen, the shows, I mean, I've been listening for years now, and we've all been going through the Rangers saga together. We've had our ups and downs, but this platform we've got is just, I mean, I don't know many people I've met. They're just grateful. They especially see during the pandemic there, whenever it was in lockdown the first time, you were doing our special every night there to keep it going. You don't realise what that does for people, you know, and the show does touch the far places, you know.
Yeah.
120 countries, I believe, something like that. You know?
It was surprising. It was really surprising when we done the data, when we actually dug deep into the data and actually the numbers as well. But listen, if Graham Park wants to phone in, Alex, we'll speak to him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you would say that. Aye, but just to give you the feedback on it, but as I say, he was a big fan of what he's did for the show, and obviously he gives the feedback to his dad as well about the fans' point of view. So keep up the good work, guys. He's doing great.
Cheers, Alex.
Any of the parts will do. Ask any of the parts to come on now, phone in and talk to us. I mean the family.
Graham's a good guy. I've spoken to Graham in the past. Good guy.
Good. Fox here.
Yes, mate.
Hawksy, can I say a wee tribute to a lady, Betty McGrory?
Aye, on you go.
Betty McGrory. She's the longest serving member of the Supporters Club, but sadly she passed away recently. She's a season ticket holder and she supported Rangers through thick and thin. And not a bad word would Betty have about her beloved Rangers. So on behalf of all the members of Wishes Cross Rangers Supporters Club, I'd like to send my condolences to the McGrory family, because I know they listen in. Thanks, Oxia.
Yeah. Wait, just out of curiosity, what age was Betty?
She was about 73.
73, all right, okay. Oh, well, listen, all the best to all the family, for everybody here at Rangers Radio. Always sad when a bird goes, mate.
She never missed a home game. Never missed a home game, that lady. Thank you.
Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Brilliant that we've got support like that, but very, very sad for our friends and our family, Alex, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Cheers, mate.
But that's what it's about. It's a family, as Stevie was saying. Young Scott came on there and Lackey. This is what it's about. Yep. Rangers affects people, our life. We're born into Rangers. Every one of us love it. We've seen the bad times and the good times, and that's what you call supporters that stick by this team. And we will get our day back.
I mean, I don't think you appreciate sometimes how far and wide the Rangers family is. Sometimes we all become a bit parochial. You've arranged supporters bus, you go to the game. You don't realise the amount of people it affects, and you're not talking about just the 50,000 that's sitting in Ibrox. You're maybe talking about 20 times that in real terms for families and people trying to be there, you know.
They're worldwide. My brother stays in Australia, Davey, and he was contacting me with a song at suit now. He's like, that's absolutely terrific. He's telling the guys at work that Glasgow Rangers and that, they're all into it now. Big time over there. So there you go, it's worldwide.
I can't tell you enough about how many times people have stopped me in the subways and the buses and everything. You know,
and said, by the way, you owe us money.
Aye, you know, seriously, you know, it's fantastic. It really is fantastic. When I'm in the concourse at Ibrox up the Copeland Rear, and I go down to see my cousins and all the family friends, and they'll start shouting at me, "Hey, Bridgeman, here he's coming here!" And the other Rangers fans that turn around and look, "Hey, Bridgeman, Rangers Radio, fantastic, pal." No, fantastic, unbelievable stuff.
Bridge is a legend.
What about the time on the subway bridge when you were at the door and somebody was sitting 2 seats away?
You?
Me. You didn't know I was there.
But I came up, I did see you, didn't I?
Aye, when we came out, I came up to you, but people were saying that you Bridgeman, and I was howling. I was just sitting there.
I did give away.
I was with my boy.
Young James.
They all shout the same thing to Bridgeman. Do you know what it is? Get off a mute.
Get off a mute.
I thought you were going to say 1-0.
Hey, excuse me. I'm that. You think you can say that a lot? Well, I do actually. I do.
There's nothing wrong with that, Bridge. Nothing wrong with that. As long as a victory, son.
On Sunday, I will take a 1-0 every minute of every day for that day. Absolutely, every minute. 1-0 for the Rangers will do me fine. I love it. If we beat them 10-0, I'd be over the moon.
Right, okay, I'm going to get your scores quickly for the weekend. Alex has went for 4-0, which is very, very bold for you, if that's all right, Alex.
No, you're right, folks, but I've got a sneaky feeling that's what it's going to be. Yep.
Right, okay. I've put Bridge down for 6-2.
Boy!
1-0, Bridge. Big Stevie, how's it going?
3-0.
Alex, number 2.
Double that. I want to hump them. I want to send a message to them. 6-0. There's your dinner.
All right, okay. Very, very positive Bears Very, very positive. Listen, it's been quite an emotional show, but that young boy Scott's stole the show, Stevie, if I'm being fair.
Listen, 100%. We can all talk football and everything else, but what that boy done tonight, mentioned his wee private thing there, very brave to come on. And by the way, Lackey, 10 out of 10, mate, if you're listening. Absolutely fantastic. Come on and state your case. Give the boy a wee bit of something to think about. Absolutely brilliant. And that's what a Rangers family's all about. And that's what the show's all about. You're 100% right, Ox. Stole the show.
Scott and Lackey. Scott and Lackey.
Yes.
Listen, can I thank you all for calling in, the callers? Big Alfie Australia, Georgie Logan, Jim Fee Paisley, Bob Jeter, Big Dave for Edinburgh. Hope I've not missed anybody out. No, I don't think I have. Of course, Marine Bridgeman, Big Stephen, of course, Alex, number 2. It's always a pleasure to have everybody on here at Rangers Radio. Pass you out the bridge.
Oh, what can I say? What a marvellous night. And by the way, before we sign off, can I just make a big special shout out to young Patterson last night, the young boy right back. What a show he put on. Absolutely brilliant. Loved it. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly Rangers fans on here, on Rangers Radio, every single one is, I've got 2 sleeps, I've no sleep in any of them. 2 sleeps until Sunday. And we're in there to take into these people from up there in Dundee. The guys that wouldn't give were ticket money back. Egypts. Everybody, keep it going for the Rangers. Keep it going.
Well, we'll see if anybody's about, if we're going to have a quick wee show tomorrow night because of the lockdown still going live. But if not, we'll be back at 11 o'clock, Fox's favourite time, with a pre-match show. Building up to Dundee United, Bridges' biggest game of the season. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Scott. Thanks to Lackey. You made my night. I hope you're both all right and we're thinking about you all. This has been Rangers Radio. Speak to you soon. Take it away, old school boy.
From Argyle, so young, to Glasgow City, they come, seeking fortune and a new way of life. How could they know ambitions would grow? Such a beautiful story, and here's how it goes. 4 lads had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no kid, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 54 titles, we're still going strong. So hoist up your Rangers flags, sing with your heart and voice, celebrate the greatest club in the world. Let our history show what we already know. We are the Rangers, the greatest of all. To start a football team. They had no money, no kid, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers are born. 54 titles, we're still going strong. To start a football team. They had no money, no kid, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 54 titles, but still going strong. 54 titles, we're still going strong. Oh!